Ukraine has been scrambling to repair damage that's been caused by one of the most devastating Russian attacks on its energy infrastructure. In fact, the attack launched by Russia included hundreds of drones and missiles. In his evening address, President Volodymyr Zelensky said that repair crews are working almost round the clock in most regions and that the restoration efforts are still ongoing. The Ukrainian president also added that though the situation is difficult as of now, thousands of people are involved in stabilizing the system and repairing the very damage, urging allies for more air defense equipment.
These days, repair crews are working round the clock in most areas. Utility services are operating and restoration is ongoing. And although the situation is difficult, thousands of people are involved in stabilizing the system and repairing the damage. The Russians have increased their strikes, increased their striking power, and are using more ballistic strikes. This means we need more air defense, more equipment reserves, and more precise and prompt work in the regions.
Резервах обладнання і більш чіткій та оперативній роботі в регіоні.
The situation was most difficult in the northeastern Kharkiv and Sumy regions as well as in central Poltava. Restoration Minister Oleksiy Kuleba informed that around 100,000 families were left without electricity, water and heating in the Kharkiv region alone. In Poltava region, one of the most affected power has been mostly restored, but damaged equipment left parts of its main city still in the dark. Ukrainian Energy Minister Svetlana Hrinchuk said that the consequences of the attacks are being determined and that normal outages of up to 4 hours a day will be restored once the situation in the energy system stabilizes. Also earlier, state power operator Ukraine Ergo had said that power would be cut for between 8 to 16 hours a day across most regions. Amidst the intensive strikes on energy grid, Zelensky gave an interview to The Guardian in which, when the power went out, not once but twice. In the same interview, Zelensky lambasted the European allies and said that EU leaders are afraid of their societies and do not want to be involved in the war, further saying that it was ultimately their choice over whether they wanted to deploy troops or not. Zelensky also expressed his apprehensions, saying that there was risk of losing financial and military support from partners if he pushed too hard. When questioned if EU and UK were doing enough, Zelensky replied that it's never enough, going on to say that it will be enough when the war ends and enough when Putin understands that he has to stop. Additionally, Zelensky answered about his relationship with President Donald Trump and said that he was not afraid of Trump, adding that Ukraine was friends with America and not an enemy. On the battleground, Russia continues to maintain an upper hand. It has even claimed to have captured the settlement of Rybin in Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia region. The news came a day after Russia said that it took the city of Pokrovsk. The development comes as commander of a Ukrainian unmanned systems battalion was charged with negligence after holding an award ceremony for soldiers in Dnipropetrovsk Oblast earlier this month, despite a ban in place. According to State Bureau of Investigation, the military gathering was later hit by Russian drones and Iskander missiles, which led to the death of as many as 12 servicemen and 7 civilians. Parallelly, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said on Sunday that he is ready to meet US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, but that Russia would not abandon its core conditions for Ukraine as far as ending the war is concerned. In another related development, Britain has begun sending experts as well as equipment to Belgium to help it combat drone sightings, causing airport closures. It was in an interview to BBC that Richard Knighton, the head of Britain's armed forces, said that it was not known who was behind the drones, but noted that Russia had involvement in hybrid warfare in recent years.